It's interesting because I want to reflect. I want to actually ask you a question. How is this season, like moving into the fall, offering more softening for you versus our last season? Because we are trying and we're talking a lot about like embodying the feminine a bit more, learning how to slow down and being okay with that. But with this podcast, because just like any business or brand or anything that you're doing in the world, it requires that attuning into that masculine energy, which is producing, creating, constantly being on. Yeah. And, you know, it takes like a big team to do things at big scales. And right now it's just you and
it's just us, baby.
So in order to avoid burnout, that's why we decided to create these seasons. So that's what you can expect moving forward with Honey Toast is our seasons will reflect the seasons of the year. Like,
yeah. And also for us too. I mean, I think that if you and I don't give ourselves enough grace as full-time moms of 2 kids and, you know, wanting to be really present in that, but still also wanting to work on this and build this out. It's a lot of work for 2 people. So
what do you think has changed for you since that approach of last season? Because we really noticed it coming back together again for this one, because we have such limited time until we're neighbors.
Yes. So soon
to get together and actually to do the work.
I mean, it's interesting even in the preparation leading up to this season and figuring out, you know, what kinds of people we want to incorporate into the messaging and into the output of all of this. And I think that just doing the research in and of itself of really kind of diving into what other women are working on made me feel so inspired. And so like so many light bulbs were going off about like, wow, I thought that I knew a lot about certain things. And what I'm learning is so beyond my scope. And it's just really inspiring and motivating to help me feel more in touch with myself.
More inspired to be in touch with ourselves.
Yeah.
Because I think we all want that, right? We all want this connection to ourselves. We all want to feel fulfilled within our own bodies and feel enough. And we all feel, I'm sure, I'm going to speak for all women when I say this, I'm sure at some point in our life, at one way or another, even if it's at a subconscious level or at a conscious level, we've felt less than in a way. And it could have been in any aspect, right? It could have been physically, emotionally, logically, whatever. So it'd be really nice to know how to come into the self and feel okay with that, and kind of learning techniques and living by these practices and rituals and speaking to other women and surrounding yourself with language and practices that encourage this, support it, and encourage you to do it yourself. So that's what excites me the most. I feel like the first season was really a great basis for you and I to just kind of lay the groundwork and lay the pillars of what we want to encompass and what we want to talk about, because Honey Toast is really just about us, like embodiment and women and the life of a woman and living your life as a woman. So I'm very eager to see kind of how this begins to
me too.
Transform over time.
Me too. And, you know, not only am I excited to see how it transforms, but I feel like I'm also excited to see how I transform within the work, because I am noticing, like, at going through the process of doing all this, like, there's a lot of hurdles.
What do you mean?
That we face in terms of like doing the work on
time,
the podcast, like, being a full-time mom.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I feel like that's a big hurdle for me, is finding the balance in that time.
True.
What do you feel
like the biggest hurdle of working on this stream?
Or just like the biggest hurdle in terms of where you're at in life and like what you've experienced going from the first season to the second?
Oh, that's a really good question. I would probably say the biggest hurdle from going from last season to this season would be time.
Realizing how much
time is a thief.
Realizing
time
how much
is such a thief.